Once upon a time, there was a man named Steve who was the world's laziest person. Steve loved nothing more than lounging around and doing absolutely nothing. He would often brag about how he could sleep for days on end without ever getting up. One day, Steve's wife had had enough of his laziness and kicked him out of the house. Steve found himself on the streets, with nothing to do and nowhere to go. But being the lazy man that he was, Steve saw this as an opportunity to take a nap. As Steve was dozing off on the sidewalk, he was awoken by a loud rumbling sound. He looked up and saw a massive boulder rolling towards him. Steve, being too lazy to move, simply closed his eyes and waited for the boulder to pass over him. To his surprise, the boulder stopped right in front of him. A group of adventurers emerged from behind the boulder and asked Steve to join them on their quest to find the legendary treasure. Steve, being too lazy to refuse, accepted the offer and joined the adventurers on their journey. Along the way, they faced many obstacles and challenges, but Steve managed to do the bare minimum and still somehow come out on top. When they finally reached the cave where the treasure was located, they found that it was guarded by a fierce dragon. The adventurers prepared to fight the dragon, but Steve had a different plan. He simply walked up to the dragon and said, "Excuse me, Mr. Dragon. Would you mind stepping aside for a moment so we can grab the treasure? We'll be out of your way in no time." To everyone's surprise, the dragon complied and moved out of the way. The adventurers were amazed and asked Steve how he managed to do that. Steve simply replied, "It was worth a shot." The adventurers retrieved the golden fleece and returned to their kingdom as heroes. The adventurers retrieved the treasure and returned to their kingdom as heroes. In the end, Steve learned that sometimes doing the bare minimum can still get you far in life. And who knows, you might even stumble upon some unexpected adventures along the way.